So big.
Wow, Biscotti. How big are you now?
He's getting so big. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I love you. I love him. We're going to have an adoption party for him when we officially adopt him. Don't you think?
Little hat and everything?
Absolutely.
Oh, running up for a little treat. Some good fresh water. Hi, girls. So check it out. We got some, I don't know, I'll call this homestead ingenuity. We're going to see how this works. So we're going to attach it here to this construction frame. And we got it nice and low. So as we pull it, we should essentially pull it on these sleds that I've made. It's got 4x4 sleds on it. And we'll see how this works. Hopefully it'll be a nice, straightforward move. I don't know. I think I'm going to let Jackie record to see what happens. Because if something cool happens, we want to put that on film too.
You got it. I'm staying far away. Slow down. Stop. Well, this is attempt number 2. We actually, well, I didn't do anything to design this thing, but Frank didn't intend for this to be actually mobile.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be dragged like a sled.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, mobile meaning moved weekly.
Mobile with a star next to it.
Maybe mobile moved yearly if you have a 4x4. And I'm staying far away because this thing's... Ooh. Stop! Okay, number 3. Yeah, if you want. 3 times the charm, hopefully. Ooh.
And so what's really great about this place is that now you're looking at where we're going to put the goat bucks. And so this will be great because this will keep them nice and protected with the Premier One fence. And then they'll have all of this to be able to munch on. We have access through clean water through here. And they're going to be good. And the best part about it is that we'll be able to keep these guys away from them because we want to make sure that they don't really come into contact until we want them to. So with goats, it's a way different scenario. You have to keep does and bucks separated because you want to control the breedings and you want to control the time that girls come into milk and of course the time that girls have kids. So this should be sufficient. And then what's really great is that we're also going to make Nutty available for what's called stud service. And so stud service is like where we allow our buck to help out getting a doe pregnant. Somebody would come by with a doe that's in heat, which means that she's ready to breed, and we just do a drive-by breeding or like a driveway breeding. They just come in, boom, they do their business. They'll be able to do it right back here, and that's it. So this is the new goat buck area. So we're trying to make sure that we keep that sustainability in mind, and I'm pretty excited about it. You can see that we moved the lean-to underneath these trees, and then they'll come in here. This piece of Premier fence will pull apart. There is their water bucket, and they have all of this to munch on. Lots of really good clover, good long grass, nice wheat. And I didn't spill any of the minerals. And the hay manger stayed intact. Look at that.
So we are just out taking our goats for a walk.
Or are you digging the fact that it's scratching?
What is he doing?
He likes the fact that it's scratching. Oh, yeah. Oh, scratching.
All right, buddy, come on.
Have you taken your pet buck out for a walk yet? You ready to go to your new digs, man? Good little man. Come on. Good job, man. You got it. What's up, guys?
He is all about them girls.
And so begins the awesomeness of getting into here so we can actually have some pork. These pigs are going to be well raised. They've got all access to this forest. We're going to start off with them though, only having access just past the house so they can get used to things, get a little bit more weight on them. Because obviously the bigger they get, the more of a distraction and discouragement to would-be predators is. But let's get at it. Yeah, so got our work cut out for us. Nice, big, tall, super mature pokeweed. Lots of tall weeds, but I can't be mad. All this stuff will totally nourish the pigs for a while, especially when I knock it down, and then of course they can graze on it too, because they will eat this stuff. Yeah, so what we got going on here is that this got the gate got bound up pretty good, because one of the things that we deal with, of course, in North Carolina, especially in the mountains of North Carolina, is we deal with a lot of runoff, of course. Rain hits the side of the mountain, top of the mountain, and it runs down. Well, the erosion brings all of that earth material with it, and so it bound up our gate. And so that's actually what I'm working on right now, and got it about 3/4 of the way good to go. Got to keep going so we can get it all the rest of the way, so I can even get into this, so I can start trimming this stuff down and get it ready for pigs. That's all she wrote. It actually opens and closes now. The seat's firm. Probably have to do a little fixing to it, but that's it. And that's exactly what will keep our pigs in and allow me access to this. Let's play a little spider identification time. So as you can see, big abdomen with a nice red mark on it, and she is protecting her egg sac. This is a I mean, first thought would be a black widow. Maybe in the sunlight she looks a little bit more brown, but regardless, it's a widow. So that's it right there, if you can actually see the hourglass marking on her. That is a dead giveaway. And protect that nest, hon. I'm not going to bother you whatsoever. Alright, so we'll have to reclaim this portion of the mountain with the pigs, but there she is finished. They're going to live in that house right there. We'll feed them, water them in this area right in here. And they'll be good. They're going to get big. All this biomass for them to consume. I'm actually pretty excited about it. So next step will be going through and putting the low wire on. Pigs need low wires. They couldn't care less about this high stuff. They're not going to jump a fence, but they will definitely snout it until they actually are able to get out. And so we'll have to go back, low wire the fence, and we should be good. Okay, so this is the boar house that we have on the property. Boar meaning boy, but I'm just giving them this as a smaller house right now, because behind me, which you can't see through these weeds, there's a farrowing house in there, which is twice the size, and I promise you it's in there, but I'm gonna have to get in there and I'm gonna have to weed whack all this stuff down. But this is the boar house, and the way that we have it designed is I can open up just one trap, if you will, these boards right here, or I can take and open up the whole thing, which I've got wedged right now, so it's going to be a second for me to get it open, but wedge it open, and then inside they have their little area. And what's amazing about pig houses is that they'll dig it, they'll make it nice and soft and easy to lay on. They lay right about there. During the winter, we'll cover this with bedding to help keep them warm, because in the summer I've made a trap, or I should say I've made this flap, with a hinge that can open up and keep it nice and ventilated in here. So, but they are super protected. We had a rainstorm, thunderstorm yesterday, and they are totally fine inside of this thing. It's pretty awesome that we have this structure. All right, so are we gonna start fighting now? So what else do we got in here? So we got some melon, we have some old spinach, and then we have the piggy pellets, which I like to call the old chicken eggs, the ones that, like, you know, we haven't used them forever. And we can't consume them because they've probably had a couple of weeks on them or something like that. So, but we pull off chicken eggs as well because it's such a wonderful source of protein for these guys. And so we defrost all those, and you know, they are able to just go to town on this stuff. And so they have all of the vegetables that they need, all the protein that they're getting, and then they pasture with everything else that we also do with them. Scotty, are you saying good morning? He's having himself a little end of a stick. And we will see you again this afternoon.
Okay,
What are you doing? Just taking it all in.